So I don't know. The funny thing about writing is everyone assumes that it's really easy. If you have an amazing idea for a script, all you need to do is to just do it. The truth of the matter is it's a lot of hard work when you're trying to create an idea that takes a number of processes from starting with the idea, the treatment, the outline, the script, and obviously the big thing, which is selling it if you don't have the money to shoot it independently. Getting your first job is a great first big break, but it's something that everyone takes a different path to. Sometimes it just happens for you, and oftentimes, it takes a lot of struggle and hustle. But the thing that you have to remember, out of all things, is to remain positive and confident that if that's your goal, that you're going to achieve it. Before you get your first job, you'll receive a lot of negative advice about how many people come out to Hollywood assuming that, getting a writer's job is going to be really easy, and they end up out here for years never being able to do just that. It's one of those things that you have to take it with a grain of salt and just set a goal that if what you want to do is to be a screenwriter or, a TV writer, as long as you set that goal and you work hard at it every day and you give it all you got, you will achieve that in your own special way. For me, that path was a little different. I was an assistant at a production company that was producing a number of shows, but during the day, after I finished my work on a desk, I would go to a coffee shop and write until about 2 o'clock in the morning and do the same every single day, do the same thing every single day until I had my first spec script, and then got my first staff job, which was on the show called Dirty Sexy Money. I had a lot of different training before I wrote that first script. I was lucky enough to be accepted into a program that Dr. Bill Cosby sponsors at USC called the Cosby Fellowship, which helped me to get my first spec script and ultimately give me the tools that I needed to go out and get my first job. Even after you get your first job, it's not always easy to keep going. We had a writer strike, which resulted in my loss of my first job. I was laid off from my first job. And so what I did from there was take a beat to figure out what I wanted to do next. And at that moment, I didn't know it, but it was to write a romantic comedy, which luckily enough got me into my next writer's program, which helped to launch my movie career, and that was the Disney Feature Fellowship. Everyone takes a different path in this business, but once again, at the end of the day, it's not necessarily so much the logistics of the path that you take as opposed to what you say is going to be your journey inside to getting there. You can't be discouraged by things that people say because everyone will have more negative thoughts than they have positive. At the end, it's all up to you to create opportunities for yourself. For me, one of the big things too that came out of losing my first job was the importance of creating opportunities not only for myself but for other artists who have a different voice. And for me, that was how the Candid Confessional came about. I noticed that there were no ongoing showcases for writers who had a multitude of talents, whether it was you wanted to write, you wanted to direct. So in creating this show centered around confessions, it kind of united artists in a sense that you have musicians, poets, people who've never been on stage before, but if you put them together under this theme of confessions, it's amazing what comes out. And so we've been able to do that and to have this amazing show that's a platform for, people who have a different voice.